So, I think I'm live. I think so. Okay. Hello everyone. A very good evening to all of you. कैसे हैं आप सब? Again Sanjay, the first in class. Good evening Sanjay. Good evening. How are you? How are you? I hope you all are fine and doing fantastic in this festival season. Diwali is very near. I hope that you all are getting prepared for Diwali. Some or other might be busy in some kind of household works also. Good evening, Pradeep. Good evening, good evening. Okay, so let's not waste any further more time because time is very limited on the YouTube channel. So let's make the best possible use of the available time. चलिए start करता हूँ. So friends, this is Manish Mishra here. For those who are new to this class, good evening Mani. So friend, this is Manish Mishra here. For those who are new to this class, new to this Unacademy Gate Mechanical YouTube channel, friends, this is my profile. I am going to take a brief moment to just tell you. Yes, Sanjay, special class नहीं हुई आज. There was some sort of mishappening with regards with the Unacademy team. I scheduled the class for today at 2:30 p.m. but somehow they scheduled it at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be my first special class on the Unacademy app. I have also shared the link in the Telegram channel. I hope you guys have joined it. Okay, so guys, this is Manish Mishra here. I secured an All India rank of 568 in GATE 2015, and since 2015 I have been teaching GATE and ESE aspirants. So overall I have a teaching experience of 5 years. The subjects that I have been primarily taking are industrial engineering, operations research, manufacturing science as well as material science. Okay, let me answer some of the questions that's being asked in the comment section. Kumanjuri Sai Dheeraj, which class sir, which subject? Tomorrow on the special class on the Unacademy app, I am going to take practice questions of crashing first. The practice questions that are being given to you in the practice booklet, those questions we will be doing. Yes, we will be performing the questions of crashing in today's YouTube class also. But in tomorrow class, we are going to target the questions from the practice sheet. Those special twisted questions. Okay, Ashish. Yes, we are going to perform crashing question today in class only. Don't worry, Ashish. So, without any further ado, let me just proceed to the part that we have left the class. Timing, Madhu, timing is 2:30 p.m. 2:30 p.m. Join the Telegram channel. Join the Telegram channel. There you will get all the necessary information. Don't worry about these things. Okay. So this was the point where I left the class yesterday. This was the point where I left the class yesterday. Okay. So let me proceed. Let me proceed from here. Okay, so as far as I remember, I gave you people some homework. I asked you that you find the crash duration as well as the crash cost. This part was the homework. Let me rub this so I can have space. Okay. Is the content visible to you on the screen? Is the content visible to you on the screen? Just write a yes or no. Just write a yes or no. I have minimized the screen. So is the content visible to all of you? Okay, so up until this point, my friends, I am going to proceed the class from where I left yesterday. I hope those people who have joined today, they were present yesterday. Okay. Crash duration 16 days, crash cost 745. No, Sanjay, no. Your answer is not correct. No. Anybody else? किसी का कोई और आंसर आया क्या? 13 days. Yes, 13 days is the correct answer, Ashish. The crash duration is 13 days. Yes, the crash cost is 1045. Very good, Ashish. Very good. Very nice. Okay, let me proceed. So, up until this point, we have crashed the project from 22 to 19 days and we have spent 580 in total. Now, what I want to do is, I have to find the crash duration and the crash cost. I have to find the crash duration as well as the crash cost. Now, how I am going to achieve that? You see, friends, crash duration simply means the minimum duration even after spending maximum amount of money. Minimum duration even after spending maximum amount of money. Now, if you remember in yesterday class, the last activity that we have crashed was 4-6. We crashed 4-6 by one day and spent 55 rupees. Now, if you will check the question, you can see that 4-6 can be crashed up to 4 days. 4-6 can be crashed up to 4 days. We have crashed it for one day only. We have made 8 to 7, but it can be crashed to 3 more days. So if I want to crash further, the activity that I am going to crash in the next step to reduce the project duration even further, प्रोजेक्ट को 19 दिन से और कम लाने के लिए जिस एक्टिविटी को मैं क्रैश करूंगा वो और कोई नहीं 4-6 ही है. Now, at this moment we have not one but two critical paths. So remember, we do not have one critical path at this moment. We have more than two critical paths. जब तक दोनों को क्रैश नहीं करूंगा तब तक मेरे को किसी भी प्रकार का कोई बेनिफिट होने वाला नहीं है. So if I want to make 19 to 18, I will have to crash activity 4-6 by one more day. But you know what? Let me just jump some few steps. Let us jump some few steps. Let's take that decision. Let's check whether we can take that decision or not. Guys, we can crash 4-6 activity from 8 to 4, and the way things are moving forward, up until activity 4-6 gets completely crashed, we are going to keep crashing 4-6 only in order to reduce the duration. So why keep on crashing 4-6 again and again by one day? We can crash it straight away by 3 days. Why I took this decision? Listen to me very carefully. Listen to me. Friends, activity 4-6 is there on this path as well as on this path. It is there on the first path as well as on the third path. You getting my point or not? Activity 4-6 is there on the first path as well as on the third path, but it is not present on the second path. So if I am reducing activity 4-6, these two paths are getting altered. 19 तो कम हो रहा है भैया, लेकिन ये 14 पे कोई असर नहीं पड़ेगा. लेकिन 14 तो ऑलरेडी 19 से 5 दिन से कम है. So even if I crash 4-6 by 3 days, I can only reduce 19 up to 16, which is still higher than 14. Let's say this 14 here would not have been 14, but it would be 17. Let us assume that 14 is 17. If 14 was 17, then we could not have crashed 4-6 by 3 days. Because if we would have crashed 4-6 by 3 days, these two paths would have become 16, this would have remained 17, and 17 would have become the new critical path. I hope everybody is getting my point. Yes, Ayush 1045 is the correct answer. There is no need to worry. Okay, sorry. I thought Ashish and Ayush were same. Sorry. Ayush 1045 is the correct answer. Okay. Now listen to me very carefully. I have crashed 4-6 by straight away 3 days and have spent 55 rupees into 3. 165 rupees. Okay. So now what I have done? Let me just pen it down. Let me choose blue color. 4 6 4 6 4 4 8 से 4 this has become 16, and we have spent, I am writing it here, 580 plus 3 into 55. So 580 plus 165. How much is 580 plus 165? That's 745 rupees. 745 rupees. Now, if I want to further crash these activities, then at this particular moment I can see that there are again two critical paths. This path and this path. These two are critical. If I want to crash, I will have to reduce both these paths. Simultaneously, I will have to reduce both these paths. Then only there will be reduction in the duration of the project. Otherwise not. So listen to me very carefully. Now if you will see these two paths, the common activity 4 6 and 6 7. Let me take some another color. Let me take yellow color. The common activity 4 6 and 6 7 have been completely crashed. You can check. 4 6 would have been reduced to 8 to 4 and 6 7 could have been reduced to 3 to 2, and we have completely crashed the common activities. Now if I want to reduce the project duration from 16 to let's say 15 or 14 days, I know that there are more than one critical part, two critical parts. I would have to crash both of them simultaneously. So now as there are no common activities left, common activity बची ही नहीं मेरे भाई, common activity बची ही नहीं, तो क्या करूंगा? अरे भाई मेरे क्रैशिंग में कभी ये बोला है क्या कि कॉमन एक्टिविटी होगी तभी क्रैश करना है वरना नहीं करना है? क्रैशिंग सिंपली मींस इफ मनी इज स्पेंट एंड द ड्यूरेशन गेट्स रिड्यूस्ड, वी कैन परफॉर्म दैट पर्टिकुलर टास्क. We just have to make sure that if money is spent and by spending money, by gathering resource, the work gets done in a shorter period of time, then that is okay. That is crashing. So now what I will do, if I want to reduce 16 to 15, I can crash separate activities from here and from here. I can crash let's say activity 1 2 from the first path, I can crash activity 1 3 from the third path, and both these paths will get reduced in duration, both the critical paths will get reduced in duration and the project will get reduced in duration. So now we will have to check. One by one. In the first path, there are two activities that are remained. Activity 1 2 2 4. activity 1224, 1224. 12 will cost me 20 rupees for 1 day reduction, 24 will cost me 50 rupees for 1 day reduction. So definitely 12 is going to be my choice. But let's check. 12 has a normal duration of 6 and a crash duration of 4. Let's see. We have already crashed 12 by 1 day. We have made 6 to 5. Now if I want to reduce this path, we can crash 12 by 1 more day only and can spend 20 rupees. So my friends, I am going to make this change here. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 हो गया बेटा 6 से 4, यहां पर भी हो गया 6 से 4. समझ रहे हो ना मेरे यार? सुनो 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 सुनो. सो 6 से 4 हुआ तो ये हो गया मेरे भाई 16 से 15, ये हो गया मेरे भाई 14 से 13. बट ये वाला अभी भी 16 पे है. ये वाला अभी भी 16 पे है. If I want to reduce the duration of the project to 15 days, I will have to crash this particular path also. Now in this path 4 6 6 7 are completely crashed. 4 6 6 7 are completely crashed. सुनते चलिएगा 4 6 6 7 are completely crashed my friends. 4 6 6 7 completely crash हो चुका है. If I want to reduce the duration of this particular path, let's check the other two activities. The other two activities that are left are 1 3 and 3 4. 1 3 and 3 4. So 1 3 has a cost slope of 70 rupiah and 3 4 has a cost slope of 55 rupiah. Definitely I am going to go with 3 4. It is the cheaper alternative. Okay, so let me move on to the screen. So I am going to crash activity 3 4 by 1 day and will be spending 55 rupees. This becomes 15. This becomes from 6 to 5. Now we have crashed these two activities. Let's add the money. So 20 rupees plus 55 rupees. 765 plus 55. 765 plus 55. That is 820. I hope I am adding it correctly. My friends. 745 plus 20 plus 55. That is 820 rupees. So up until this point, the project duration is 15. And we have spent 820 rupees. We have come so far. We started from 470 rupees, but we keep on spending money. We keep on reducing the duration, but we reduce the duration of the project from 22 to 15 and have spent from 470 to 820 rupees. I hope you all are getting my point. Okay, I know this concept is a bit critical, but believe me, there is no better alternative to this. No better alternative, and I will explain to you each and everything. I will explain why there is no better alternative than this method. Let me proceed. So now if I want to further crash, again there are two critical paths. Both are at 15. Both the paths are at 15 days. Now let's check. I have completely crashed activity 1 2. Now only activity that is left in this path is 2 4. 2 4 को मैं 5 से 3 तक ले जा सकता हूँ. 2 दिन से क्रैश कर सकता हूँ. 1 दिन से क्रैश करने का खर्चा 50 रुपए, 50 रुपीज. सुनते चलिएगा. सो 2 4 को क्रैश कर देता हूँ. सबसे पहली चीज, मैं 2 4 को यहाँ पे 2 दिन से भी क्रैश कर सकता हूँ. चाहूं तो 1 दिन से क्रैश कर लूं. You know what I am going to do? I am going to crash 2 4 by 2 days. Why? Because if I crash 2 4 by 2 days, then this path will become 13. This path will have a duration of 13. This path is already 13. This path will not affect me. But this path is 15 and this path has this activity 3 4. This path has this activity 3 4 which can be crashed by 1 more day, and also 1 3 is there which can be further crashed. So there is a possibility of crashing this third path by 2 days, and we can also make this path 13. So there is no issue. There is no issue in directly crashing the first path by 2 days. I hope you are getting my point. जो पहला वाला पाथ है उसको मैं एक साथ 2 दिन से क्रैश कर देता हूं, क्योंकि बाकी जो दोनों पाथ हैं वो ऑलरेडी 13 पे ले जाए जा सकते हैं, तो कोई दिक्कत वाली बात नहीं है। तो 2 से 4 को कर दिया 5 से 3, 2 से 4 यहां नहीं है, 2 से 4 यहां नहीं है। लेट मी राइट कि 2 से 4 को 2 दिन से क्रैश किया, एक दिन का खर्चा 50 रुपए, इसको बना दिया 13, ये 13 पे है, ये भी 13 पे है। नाउ लेट्स चेक दिस थर्ड वन। इस थर्ड वाले में सबसे पहला काम करूंगा कि 3 4 को क्रैश करके ले आता हूं 6 से 4 पे, लिख देता हूं कि 3 से 4 को एक दिन से क्रैश किया, खर्च किए 55 रुपए। सुनते चलिएगा। आई नो दिस इज डिफिकल्ट बट वी हैव टू डू दिस मैन। एक दिन से क्रैश करके बना दिया 14, लेकिन मेरे को इसको बनाना है 13। मेरे पास बचा है सिर्फ एक्टिविटी 13। एक्टिविटी 13 को एक दिन से क्रैश करता हूं, सीधा इसको बनाता हूं 13। एक्टिविटी 13 को एक दिन से क्रैश करने का खर्चा 70 रुपया, लिख देता हूं। 1 से 3 को एक दिन का क्रैश करने का खर्चा 70 रुपया। अब देखो यार, खर्चा जोड़ लेता हूं, 1 मिनट ना, खर्चा जोड़ लेता हूं। यहां तक जोड़ चुका था, इसके आगे का जोड़ लेता हूं। 50 इंटू 2 100 रुपए प्लस 55 रुपए प्लस 70 रुपए, तो टोटल मैंने 820 प्लस 100 920 प्लस 55 प्लस 70, टोटल मैंने खर्च कर दिया मेरे भाई, टोटल मैंने खर्च कर दिया 1045 रुपए। I have spent 1045 rupees, and at this particular moment the duration of the project has been reduced from 22 to up to 13 days। 22 दिन का काम को जब 13 दिन पे ले आया हूं, लेकिन पैसा खर्चा हुआ है दबा के 470 से करते पहुंच गया हूं 1045 तक। समझ में आ रहा है? समझ में आ रहा है? अबे आ रहा है तो कमेंट में कुछ यस नो डालते रहा करो। मेरे को तो लगता है कि क्लास छोड़ के भाग गए सारे बच्चे। समझ रहे हो ना यार? चलो सुनते चलो। नाउ एट दिस मोमेंट, लेट मी टेक रेड कलर। At this moment, again we have two critical paths, 13. Okay Ashwin, I forgot that you are also attending the class. You didn't say me good morning or good evening, so I thought that today Ashwin is absent. I was missing Ashwin. Welcome Ashwin. Okay, English, don't worry. So Ashwin, up until this point we have crashed the project up to 13 days. Now at this moment there are 3 critical paths. This path is also at 13, this path is also at 13, this path is also at 13. All the 3 paths are at 13, all the 3 paths are critical. If I want to further crash the duration of the project, I will have to make sure that I reduce the duration of all the 3 paths. किसी एक को 2 को बनाने से नहीं चलेगा. We will have to reduce the duration of all the projects, of all the paths, because all the 3 paths are critical now. But my friends, the number one issue that we will be facing is, check this path. This path has 4 activities and all the 4 activities are completely crashed. Just check 6 to 4, 5 to 3, 8 to 4, 3 to 2. All the 4 activities are completely crashed. Now, if even I want to crash this path, it is not possible for me to further crash it. So what does it tell me? अरे ये मेरे को ये बताता है, it tells me that this path cannot be reduced from 13 days. 13 is the deadline, minimum duration. Even if I will spend 100 crore rupees, now I cannot reduce the duration of this path by 13 days. So if this path cannot be reduced from 13 days, then there is no benefit in reducing these two paths. Although this path can be reduced, this path can be reduced, but this will only be remaining at 13. And if this remains 13, then 13 will become the critical path again and again. There is no use of crashing this path or this path. I hope you all are getting my point. So this automatically tells us that we do not have to crash the project duration by any more time or any more days. So if I cannot crash further anymore, then this 13 becomes the crash duration. This is the minimum possible duration even after spending maximum amount of money. I hope everybody is getting my point. And my friends, at this crash duration, the amount that I have spent is 1045 rupees, and this amount is called as the crash cost. This amount is called as the crash cost, my friends. समझे? Are you getting my point or not? Now, listen to me very, very carefully. Listen to me very, very carefully. Some people, what they do, whenever it has been asked that find the crash duration, you know what they do? They straight away crash the original critical path. The first critical path had 22 days. The first critical path had 22 days. You know what they do? They straight away crash the first critical path entirely. They straight away crash the first critical path entirely. But if I crash the first critical path entirely, in this case I will get 13. In this case I will get 13, but just try to understand, because I have explained the entire concept to you. Just try to understand what I am telling you. Let's say if I crash 22 straight away to 13, in order to find the crash duration. And let's say that this path, by crashing this to 13, this path remained at 15. And there was no way to further crash this. Let us just assume that there was no way that I could have crashed 15 to 13. I crashed 22 to 13. I crashed the original critical path completely. I got my answer from 22 to 13. But let us assume that there might have been arised a situation, a moment, that this third path got stuck to 15 and there was no way to reduce the third critical path from 15. In that case, my friend, this path would have remained and would have been the critical path. You might be thinking that 22 को पूरा crash करके 13 ला लिया, तेरा critical path है, but 13 is not going to be the critical path. Always remember this and do not make this mistake. I know the concept of crashing is a bit twisted, but let me make it easy. I am going to make sure that you get the concept like butter smooth. The concept is just one line concept. Whenever you crash, always crash the critical path. If there are more than one critical path, you will have to reduce all the critical paths. And third, a particular activity can be only crashed up to its crash duration. Not beyond that. Not beyond that. So if you keep in mind all these 3 points, whatever may be the question that comes in the exam, whatever may be the question, whether it has been asked to find the cost of reducing the project by 1 day, find the cost of reducing the project by 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, you can find each and every answer. And trust me, the questions that have been there in the previous year gate question papers are a bit tricky. So if somebody takes the shortcut in the concept of crashing, I am 100% sure that he is going to make mistake. So do not make that mistake. Take this concept, apply this concept, and in order to apply what I am going to do, I am going to take another question. This is another question. This is one more question. A similar sort of question, but I want you guys to solve this question in this class only. And I am going to solve this with you. I am going to solve this question with you. Okay. So it has been given that there is a project having all these activities. It has been given to me the normal duration, normal cost, crash duration, crash cost, and the cost slope column has been left as it is. Now it has been asked that determine the cost of total project if the project duration is reduced by number one 4 days and number two 10 days. What you have to do, friends, what you have to do here is you have to first draw the network diagram. Use the normal duration given here. Use the normal duration given here to draw the network diagram properly and perform the critical path analysis. Then you have been given the normal cost, the crash cost. Just find the cost slope. And the way that we have solved the previous question, पिछला क्वेश्चन जैसे हम लोगों ने सॉल्व किया था वैसे ही सॉल्व करना है. Keep on solving the question in that way. Keep on crashing. And what you have to do, you have to first crash the project by 4 days. Reduce the duration of the project by 4 days and just check what is the total cost at that point. Just do up until this point. Just find the cost of the project by reducing the duration by 4 days. Do up to this much. Then the second part up to 10 days we will see afterwards. Do up to the 4 days part. Okay. So start solving the question. I am going to rest my voice for 2-3 minutes. Guys, do one thing, take the screenshot of this question. I am going to move on to the next page, or copy the question, copy down the question on your notebook or something, because I am going to switch on to the next page in order to draw the network diagram. So there is activity 1213. One, 2 and 1, 3 are consuming 20-25 days. Then there is 2, 3, 2, 4. Then there is 3, 4, 4, 5. पांच और 10. Then there is 4, 6, 5, 7. And at last there is 6, 7. So 4, 6 has 5 days. 5, 7 has 10 days. 6, 7 has 8 days. So this is my critical path. I hope your critical path is also same. Now I am going to write the EST LST. 0, 20. दो तीर लग रहा है, 2 arrows. 0 plus 25, 25. 20 plus 10, 30. In the EST there is always the higher one. 35, 45, oh, 45, 40, 55. So 55 is the benchmark. 55 minus 8, 47. Sunil, don't worry. I will left the link of the Telegram channel in the comment box. It was also there present in the yesterday's video comment box. 45, 35, 30, 20, 0. Okay. So this is the critical path with EST and LST. How many have drawn the critical path? How many have drawn the network diagram? कितने लोगों ने नेटवर्क डायग्राम बना लिया भाई? आई होप सबने बना लिया होगा. आई होप सबने बना लिया होगा. Let me proceed. Let me proceed. I am going to 3760. Student Sarah has already answered. 3760, 4080. Both are correct answer. Both are correct answer. Very nice. Very nice. Excellent. Excellent. आकाश का भी आ गया. 1 3 4 5 7. नहीं यार, मेरा तो 1 2 3 4 5 7 आ रहा है. 1 3 4 5 7 is not the critical path. Ayush, please correct your answer. What I am going to do right now, I am going to write down all the critical paths. Okay, so I am writing it down here. 1 2 4 5 7. 1 2 4 5 7. So 1 2 4 5 7. Then we have 1 2 4 6 7. Check out all the paths. Penning down all the paths are very important. Then we have 1 2 3 4 3 4 5 7. Then we have 1 2 3 4 6 7. Then we have 1 3 4 5 7, and we have one more 1 3 4 6, 7. Okay. So these are all the 6 possible paths. सारे के सारे 6 possible paths लिख लिए हैं. So let me proceed now. Let me proceed. I am going to write the timings here. 20, 12, 10, 10. Then I have 20, 12, 5, 8. Then I have 20, 10, 5, 10, 10, 20, 10, 5, 5, 8. Then we have 25, 5, 5. Oh, sorry. 10, 10, 25, 5, 5, 8. Now let me write down the duration. 32, 42, 52, 52 32 plus 5, 43, 32 plus 8, 40, 45, 55, 35, 40, 48, 30, 40, 50, 30, 35 plus 8, 43. So दोस्तों, friends, yes, Arvind Yadav, Shyamraj, the critical path is sorry, the critical path is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. This is the critical path. On paper, the longest, on paper with the maximum time. So this is the critical path. Now I am going to take this question further. I know that I have to find the total cost of the project by reducing the duration of the project by 4 days, and I am going to do that. What is the first step that we do? The first thing that we are going to do is finding the cost slope. Finding the cost slope. Don't forget to find the cost slope. Without this you cannot find. Then 60, then 150, then 60, and at the last 300 by 5, 60. I hope I have written the cost slope correctly. Please verify, please verify. I hope I have done the calculation part correctly. Just verify. 40, 0, 70, 50, 40, 60, 150, 60, 60. Okay. Now, let me proceed. I know that if I want to crash the duration of this project, I know the number one concept is target the critical path. Without deduction in the duration of the critical path, You cannot reduce the duration of the project. So on this path 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 7, I am going to mark this here 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 7. These are the critical activities. Compare their cost 40 70 40 60 60. Getting my point or not? Getting my point or not? So on comparing, I can clearly see the critical activities that I should be targeting are 1 2 and 3 4. Why 1 2 and 3 4? Because both have the minimum cost as well as the same cost. I can target any one of them. I can either target 1 2 or I can target 3 4. Either 1 2 or 3 4. So there is no issue. Okay. Now let me see. If I target 3 4, I can reduce the duration from 5 to 2. So there is a 3-day limit, 3-day scope. And if I target 1 to 2, then also I can reduce the duration from 20 to 17. So again there is a 3-day limit. Okay, so what I am going to do, you can take 3 4, I am taking 1 2. Sachin, how to find cost low? Didn't you attend it today, yesterday's class? Cost low is very easy, my friend, very easy. Normal cost 600 rupees, crash cost 720 rupees. The difference is 120 rupees. And for 120 rupees, I have reduced the duration by 20 to 17, 3 days. तो 120 का 120 रुपए में 3 दिन का फायदा, 120 रुपए में 3 दिन का फायदा, तो एक दिन के फायदे के लिए 40 रुपया. दैट इज कॉस्ट स्लो. ओके, नाउ you can crash 1 2, I am going to crash 3 4. Let's see what difference does it make. Well, it is not going to make any difference, my friend. You can crash any activity as per your requirement. Let me move on. What I am going to do here is, let me first calculate the total normal cost. Let me add this up. So this is 800, 6 to 8 plus 3 11 plus 4 15 plus 3 18 21 27 plus 9 36. So the total is 3600. 3600 is the total normal cost. So up until now the total expenditure is 3600 and the critical duration is 55 days. 55 दिन खर्चा 3600 रुपए. Now what I am going to do, I am going to crash activity 3 4. I am going to write this here. I am going to crash activity 3 4 by 3 days. Why I am crashing it straight away by 3 days? Because if I crash this particular path by 3 days, this will become 52 and the next least one is also 52. So even if I reduce this by 3 days, it is not going to make any difference. Okay, so I am crashing it by 3 days. So crashing 3 4 by 3 days by spending 40 rupees. So that way my friends, 3 4 is here. 5 से 2 5 से 2 5 से 2 5 से 2. जहां जहां कम हो रहा है वहां वहां कर दिया. चेंज कर देता हूं. 55 का 52 3 दिन. 48 48 का 3 कम करने के बाद 45. 50 का 47. 43 का 40. I hope you all are getting my point, my friends. I hope you all are getting my points. Okay, let me proceed. Now up until this point I have crashed the duration of the project by 3 days. 55 का 52 कर दिया. 3760 आ गया सर. वेरी गुड आयुष पाठक. Let me also solve. 55 का 52 आ गया है. 3 दिन से क्रैश कर दिया. 1 दिन से और क्रैश करना है. Now still check which path is critical, क्योंकि जब तक क्रिटिकल पाथ को क्रैश नहीं करेंगे तब तक क्रैशिंग नहीं होगी. क्या कर रहे हो यार? 11 लड़के देख रहे हो. और लड़के लाओ भाई. थोड़ा आग लगे मेरे अंदर भी. सुनो. क्रिटिकल पाथ 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 7 में एक्टिविटी 3 4 को क्रैश कर दिया। एक्टिविटी 3 4 के बाद अगला जो इकोनॉमिकल है वो है 1 2 में 3 दिन का स्कोप है क्रैश करने का। आई कैन क्रैश एक्टिविटी 1 2 by 3 days and the cost slope is only 40 rupees. Now remember I have to crash the duration of the project by 4 days only. So if I want to crash the duration of the project by 4 days, I am going to crash 1 2 by 1 more day by spending 40 rupees. This becomes 19, this becomes 19, 19, 19, this will remain unchanged. This becomes by reducing 1 day 51, this becomes 44, 51, 44. I hope you all are getting my point. I hope you all are getting my point. Up until this point, I have spent 160 rupees. So 3600 plus 160, the total expenditure is 3760. 3760, 3360 रुपए खर्च कर दिए, 3600 के ऊपर 160 रुपए एक्स्ट्रा, and the project has been reduced from 55 to 51 days. I hope you all are getting my point, my friends. Now, there is one more part to this question. There is one more part to this question. Okay. I have to further crash the project up to 10 days. 10 दिन तक लेकर जाना है. So, let me start doing that. Let me start doing that. First of all, I was crashing activity 1 2. I was crashing activity 1 2, and activity 1 2 has a limit from 20 to 17, 3-day crash limit, and I have crashed it by 1 day. So what I am going to do here is I am going to first crash activity 1 2 by 3 days. That makes this 3 into 40, this becomes 17, 17, 17, 17. ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे एक दिन कम कर चुका हूं, दो दिन का डिफरेंस और दिखा देता हूं. So that's it. Up until this point, I have crashed the duration of the project by 6 days. Now I have to stretch it more to 4 days. Now let's see, my friends. Let's check this here. Up until this point, how many critical paths are there? The correct answer is 2. This path is also critical. This path is also critical. Both these paths are critical. If I want to further reduce the duration of the set project, I will have to crash both the paths. Now, if I want to crash both, see, on this path there is 1 2, there is also 1 2, there is also 3 4. 1 2 3 4 are completely crashed. Now in this path I have an option of 2 3 4 5 5 7. 4 5 and 5 7 are common in both the paths. Now the cost of crashing 2 3 is 70 rupees. The cost of crashing 2 3 is 70 rupees. The cost of crashing 4 5 is 60, and 5 7 is also 60. So what I am going to do, I am going to target 4 5 and 5 7. Both are same and both can be reduced by 5 days from 10 to 5, 10 to 5. Okay, 60 rupees is the cost slope. आगे बढ़ रहा हूं भाइयों, आगे बढ़ रहा हूं. 4 5 को क्रैश करने जा रहा हूं. एक्टिविटी 4 से 5 को क्रैश किया. सीधा 4 दिन से कर दूं क्या? देखो 4 दिन से कर सकता हूं. I can straight away crash it by 4. Why? Because 4 5 is here also, 4 5 is here also. This will become 45, this will become 45, and the others are already less than 45 because here it is 47 and this will also get reduced due to reduction in 4 5. So 4 5 को क्रैश किया. 3 3 हो चुका था, डायरेक्ट 4 दिन से कर देता हूं. एक बार का खर्चा 60 रुपए मार देता हूं. ये हो गया 10 का 6, ये हो गया 10 का 6, ये भी हो गया 10 का 6. अरे समझ रहे हो कि नहीं यार? So friends, this becomes 45, this will remain unchanged, this will become 45, This will remain unchanged and this will become 42. So now up until this point, Ashwin, we have not reduced 3, 4 to 3 days. Here, check this out, check this out. For 3, 4, it is 5 and we can reduce it to 2. 5 का 2 बना सकते हैं, 5 का 2 बना सकते हैं. तो 5 का 2 बना सकते हैं मतलब 3 दिन से क्रैश कर सकते हैं. Okay, Ashwin, we can make 5 to 2. We can make 5 to 2. That means we can crash it by 3 days. Okay, so up until this point I have crashed by total 10 days. 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 10. And the expenditure, I am going to write this here. I am going to write this here. What I have done above this, what I have done, I have spent first 80 rupees. Earlier I spent 160, then I have spent 80 rupees, and then I have spent 240 rupees. 60 into 4, 240 rupees. No, it would not have affected if we have crashed 5-7 by 4 days. You see, both the cost slope are same. Both the cost slope are same. Even if I crash 4-5, if you crash 5-7, it will not make any difference. So 3760 plus 320. 3760 plus 320, my friends, is 4080. So 10 दिन के लिए, 10 days के लिए crash cost 4080. 4 days के लिए, 4 days के लिए crash cost 3760. That is it. That is the solution. My friends, the question that I am discussing here, are covering all the concepts. These are relatively large questions. In GATE examination, the questions are going to be small. They will only ask up to this point that we find the crash cost by reduction in duration by 4 days. That's it. No more than that. But I have taken long question, lengthy questions, so that you can solve these questions in class and can build your concepts nicely. Okay. Very good, students. Era. Very nice. You have answered the very first of the entire lot in the class. Let me proceed now. You can take the screenshot. If you have any doubts, just write it in the comment box. कोई भी डाउट है कमेंट बॉक्स में लिखो. Any doubt, anybody? Okay, next. Let me move on to the next question. Check out the question, my friends. Very nice question here on the screen. Very nice question here on the screen. It has been said here, a project has 4 activities, P, Q, R and S as shown below. A project has 4 activities, P, Q, R and S as shown below. There are 4 activities in the project P, Q, R and S. The normal duration of P, Q, R, S are given 3, 7 and 4, 5. The predecessors are also given. P do not have a predecessor. It is an independent activity. Rank 1. Remember all these things. This is the cost slope. It has been given in rupees per day. Read the question properly. Now, it has been given that the normal direct cost of the project is 10,000. The normal direct cost is 10,000, my friends. That means if consuming normal duration for P, Q, R and S, I complete the project for P, Q, R and S having normal duration, then 10,000 is the direct normal cost. This is very important. It is the normal direct cost. And overhead cost is rupees 200 per day. What is this 200 per day? Remember the example that I gave you in the earlier class. EMI, rent. You were paying EMI rent every month. You were paying EMI and rent every month. Remember, you were paying EMI and rent every month. But even after the expenditure of EMI and rent. Was there any work getting done in the project? No, my friends, that is the indirect cost. So here it has been said that 10,000 is the total normal direct cost when the project is completed in the normal fashion. But there is also an overhead cost of rupees 200 per day. In the background, you are also paying 200 per day, the indirect cost. And we know that the total cost is a sum of direct cost plus indirect cost. So suppose I want to calculate, the total cost of the project in normal way, then 10,000 is the direct cost, and we don't know how long the project will get done, how long will it take for the project to get completed. So if I know that number of days, I will multiply it by 200 because 200 is per day cost. हर दिन लग रहा है. So that will give me the total cost. Now it has been said if the project duration is to be crashed down to 9 days. This is very important, my friends. It has not been said that crash the duration by 9 days. It has been said that crash it down to 9 days. Whatever the duration of the project is, let's say the duration of the project is 12 days, 14 days, 15 days, we will have to crash it down to 9 days. 15 को 9 बनाना है, जितना भी हो उसको 9 बनाना है. And we have to find the total cost of the project. By doing so, we have to find the total cost of the project. Remember, it is the direct cost that reduces the duration of the project. Whatever money we are going to spend in crashing, it is basically the increase in direct cost. The cost slope is nothing but the increase in the direct cost. So what we have to do here, we have to crash down the duration of the project to 9 days, and we have to find the total cost of the project by doing so. Friends, listen to me very carefully. I am going to rest my voice here. This is a very important question. Very important question. And what I am going to do, I am going to let you guys solve this question. I am going to rest my voice here. I am going to wait, let's say 5 minutes. I am not going to utter a single word for the next 5 minutes. This question is entirely up to you guys. Solve the question and answer me in the comment box. I am waiting. Answer me in the comment box. I am waiting for each and every one of you to answer this question. And then I will solve it. Start solving. Your time starts now. Students era has answered 12,500. Students era, I am not going to answer you straight away whether your question answer is correct or not. Just wait. I will solve the question and we will check. I am not going to answer whether 12,500 is correct or not. Anybody else? Where is Ashwin? Ashwin, waiting for your answer. Akash, Ayush, where is Arunopal? Hello, hello. I am going to draw the network diagram. I am going to draw the network diagram. So activity P, there is no predecessor, first rank. Q have a predecessor P, Q2, P1, Q2. R also has a predecessor P, P is 1, R is 2. S has a predecessor R, R is 2, S is third. Okay, so let me draw. First event, independent activity P. P is taking normally 3 days. Then Q and R both have second rank. Both depends on P. I have finished P, I can draw both Q and R. सात और चार. Then S depends on R. So I will finish R and I will draw S. Nobody is giving me any answer in comments, yaar. What is going on? I know the question is a bit difficult, but still. Okay. So Q has started here. S has started here. S is taking 5 days. S is taking 5 days. And both can be completed on the last event. So that is it. That is the network diagram. So 0, 3, 7, 12, 12, 7, 3, 0. I am going to pen down all the possible paths. 1, 3, sorry, 2, 4, then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 7, 3, 4, 5. This has a duration of 10 days. This has a duration of 12 days. So clearly, this path is the critical path. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the critical path. 1, 2, 3, 4 critical path. Critical path पे activities है PRS. PRS and critical activities. This one is non-critical. Non-critical. Okay. I can start the activity at 3 and at 12. 12 minus 3, 9 days. And this is only consuming 7. There is float, extra time. So not critical. Okay. Now, PRS are the critical activities. PRS are the critical activities. Let me first calculate the total cost. Let me first calculate the total cost. Total cost is a sum of direct cost plus indirect cost. Total cost is a sum of direct cost plus indirect cost. Now we can clearly see that if we perform the project normally, then 12 days are required in minimum to complete the project. So we know already that the normal direct cost of the project is 10,000. Normal project direct cost is 10,000. 10,000 and the overhead cost was 200 multiply by project chala 12 दिन. The project has run up to 12 days. So the total cost here is 12,400. The total cost normally is 12,400. Okay. The total cost normally is 12,400. But it has been given in the question that I have to crash the duration of the project to 9 days. 12 को 9 पे लेकर आना है. It is currently at 12. We have to bring it down to 9. So crash करना है भैया. We have to crash. Okay. So if we have to crash, look at the critical activities. Critical activities are PRS. PRS. P को एक दिन से क्रैश करने का खर्चा 500 रुपए, R को क्रैश करने का खर्चा 400 रुपए, S को क्रैश करने का खर्चा 200 रुपए. So out of all the three, PRS, S is the most economical. So what I am going to do, I am writing here, I am going to crash S. I am going to crash S straight away by 2 days. Why 2 days? Because it is on 12. S is not here. If I crash this by 2 days, this will become 10. I am not crashing it straight away by 3 days. Remember, because if I crash this by 3 days, this becomes 9. 12 becomes 9. But 10 will remain 10. Okay. Student error. I think your answer is correct. Just verify. Okay. So I am crashing S by 2 days. And I am spending 200 rupees for 1 day crash. That way my friends, that way S here, this is S 3 4, this become 5 say 3, let me take eraser, so this has become 10, okay. Now both the paths are critical. Now both the paths are critical. Student error is asking for gift. I feel like he is my some ex-student or something. He knows that I give students reward for this question. Okay. So let me proceed. So this is also 10, this is also 10. Both the paths are critical. Now if I want to reduce the duration of the project, remember I will have to crash both the paths. दोनों पाथ को क्रैश करना पड़ेगा. और दोनों पाथ को क्रैश करना था तो हम लोग क्या करते थे? What we used to do? We used to crash the common activity. Now in these two paths the common activity is 1 2. Now in these two paths the common activity is 1 2. 1 2 is nothing but P. Now let's see. Crashing P by 1 day will cost me 500 rupees. Crashing P by 1 day will cost me 500 rupees. Check this once again. I have to make 10 to 9. I have also have to make this 10 to 9. I have to make both these 10 9. One way of doing it is by crashing 1 2 by 1 day. Because 1 2 is there on both the path. 1 2 दोनों पाथ में है. दोनों को इसमें से एक दिन से कम करूंगा, ये भी 9 हो जाएगा, ये भी 9 हो जाएगा. But the objective here is that I have to crash it. And crashing, my friend, simply means that money should be well spent. It should be not like कि भैया पैसा फेंके तमाशा देखे. Okay, we have to make sure that we spend the least amount of money in order to procure some resource. If I want to procure some resource, let's say somebody is asking for 10 rupees and somebody is asking for 20 rupees for that same resource. What I am going to do, I am going to spend 10 rupees, not 20 rupees. So here what will happen, if I have to make this 10 to 9, I will crash 2 4. Why 2 4? 2 4 is activity Q, okay, and in this case I will again crash 3 4. 3 4 is activity S. What I am telling you, I will crash activity Q and activity S separately. rather than by crashing activity P and spending 500 rupees. If I crash activity Q on the first path and S on the second path, the total cumulative cost will be 300 rupees, and by spending 300 only instead of 500, instead of crashing P and reducing both the paths simultaneously, I can spend only 300 rupees, 200 less. I can crash Q separately, S separately, and then also the result will be same, my friends. So 7 का 6, 7 का 6, 5 का 2, this becomes 9, this also becomes 9. What I have crashed, what I have crashed, I have crashed activity Q by 1 day, and I have again crashed S by 1 day by spending 200 rupees. Here I have spent 300 rupees. Overall I have spent 400 plus 300. Sorry, what I have written. Let me take eraser here. Q को एक दिन से क्रैश करने का खर्चा सिर्फ 100 रुपए है, 100 रुपीज. ओके, सो ये हो गया 400 प्लस 100, 500, 200, 700 रुपए. द टोटल हियर इज 700. The total here is 700. Now for spending more 700 rupees. Earlier the direct cost was 10,000, but now I have spent 700 more. So if I calculate total cost again, which is the sum of direct cost plus indirect cost, my friends, look at this direct cost here. Earlier it was 10,000. Now I have spent 700 more. The indirect cost, check. Initially it was 200 into 12. For number of days the project ran, multiply by 200 per day. Now I have reduced the project duration from 12 to 9. So 200 into 9, that will be the indirect cost. The total becomes 12,500. Look at this, my friend. Just by optimization, just by spending 100 more, just by spending 100 rupees more on the project, we have reduced the duration of the project from 12 to 9. That is a significant decrease. For just rupees 100 more. I hope you all have understood what I am trying to explain here. I hope you all are getting my point. रिमाइंडर बजा यार, रिमाइंडर बजा. 10:35 हो गए. The time is over. Today I was just getting charged, and again the whistle rang. The mobile phone reminded me that the class is over almost. So friends, I hope the concept of crashing has been covered in detail by me, and I have explained you the entire concept of crashing in the most lucid manner. I have covered the important questions. Besides this, there is no single question that can even twist you in any other way. I am going to forward the screen. Going to next page. Guys, I have already provided you the practice booklet. Yesterday only on the Telegram channel. Okay. And tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. on the Unacademy app. I have also shared the link of the class on the Telegram channel. I will be sharing this on different WhatsApp group also. On the Unacademy app, special class जो special है उसमें special क्या है? I am going to take the practice booklet and target the questions from crashing only. I will take some more questions of the crashing topic from tomorrow class. Be there on time. And those who have not yet downloaded the Unacademy app, go to the Play Store, download the Unacademy app. दोस्तों, YouTube has so many limitations. Taking class on YouTube has multiple limitations. I cannot interact with you guys. संजय टेलीग्राम पर क्यों नहीं जुड़ पा रहे? पिछले वाले वीडियो लेक्चर नंबर 5 के कमेंट बॉक्स में जाके चेक करो, टेलीग्राम चैनल का लिंक मिलेगा, लिंक पे क्लिक करो, ज्वाइन करो, एज सिंपल एज दैट। अनअकैडमी गेट मैकेनिकल वाले चैनल पे भी लिंक शेयर किया है मैंने। दोस्तों प्लीज रिमेंबर टू सब्सक्राइब फॉर द प्लस पैकेज। I am going to start the classes on Plus platform very soon. Okay. If you want to opt for the Plus package, remember to use my code MMM10. If you will use this code for the 12 months program, you will get 10% discount. 10% discount, my friends. MMM10 code, Mote Manish Mishra, my code. If you will use this code, you will get 10% discount on the entire fee. Take the Plus package. It is very beneficial. Okay, friends. So up until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow. In tomorrow class, we are going to start a new topic. I will see you all tomorrow. This is my Unacademy link. This is, friends, the link of the Telegram channel that I am talking about. This second link here is for the Telegram channel that I am talking about right now. Okay, join this Telegram channel. And remember, my friends, I will see you tomorrow at 9:15 p.m. again with a new lecture, lecture number 7. And the tomorrow lecture is going to be on PERT, and tomorrow we will finish project management, the entire first unit of industrial engineering and OR. Up until then, remember to like, share and subscribe. Thank you so very much. I will see you all tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. First for the special class, 60-minute special class, practice question on crashing, and then later tomorrow night at 9:15 p.m. with PERT lecture. Bye.